Okay, Desiree, that was not a plane. That was a helicopter. It looks like a Black Hawk. You haven't been paid your grant, you haven't been paid your loan, it's been more than 3 days since you asked your money, but you've joined us for tonight's debut of Jovitalate. Sir, my name is not Paul, my name is Blaine, and my customer ID number is 666. Thank you for calling Tier 2. Hey everybody, this is your host, Lalate. Thank you for joining us for Let's Make a Load. Alright, so EIDL. You've applied, you've not heard back, and you're wondering, where is my $10,000? So, you know EIDL, you've heard about PPP, you may have gotten your stimulus check, but do you know what PUA is? What's PUA? This video is here to explain to you what's going on. Well, you need to know what PUA is, and this video is going to explain it to you. It's going to cover several things. First of all, what it is, how much it is, do you qualify, when will you get paid, and who is running it. So you've applied for the PPP, and you've not heard back from your major bank. There's a lot of stuff out there, and we are here to inform you and to educate you about all these plans. But this one is the one coming right away. Apply at a lot of lenders. They're all going to basically ask the same question. So you need to have that document ready. And when does this come up? At the end of the application process. At the end of the application process, they're going to ask you to upload your documents. It's the same documents they always ask. So have those documents ready. And in some states, the application window has already started. So here we are. PUA. Be patient. Call them up. Save the number. Call them again. Save the number. And call them again. If you think you qualify, and you go through the application process and you do not get a confirmed application, you do not hear anything back, that's a bad signal. They are here, they're accommodating, and they will answer your questions. But don't expect the money. Don't expect $10,000 to arrive in your bank account in the next 24 hours. There are corporations, LLCs, that have W-2 employees that pay payroll tax. It's just not happening. It's a process that's very slow, but you will get a grant. Then your neighbor may be a corporation or an LLC, but he doesn't have W-2s. And he doesn't have employees. He has W-9s. Subscribe to this video. We are describing and informing you about everything in the process. We are informing you about everything you need to know, whether it's PPUL, PPL, EIDL, SBA loan, stimulus check, proposed stimulus check there is this proposed stimulus check that sends you a check every 6 months, $2,000. We're informing you what you need to know that's current, proposed, and on the horizon. We're here to help you. And that first came to a head while taping today's recording. If you had watched the EIDL grant video, which went live and was uploaded about 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, early during the taping you can see my face expressing terror. During the early taping of that segment, person off camera handed me a piece of paper written in hastily manner. It said, "The looters have warned that they're heading west to burn and loot buildings." It's as I read that note on air while taping the video that terror came across my face. Tonight, that looting and burning is happening. You haven't been paid your grant, you haven't been paid your loan, it's been more than 3 days since you asked your money, but you've joined us for tonight's debut of Jovitalate. Hope you are good and safe and wrapped up in a wool scarf or two in 90-degree weather. This is Lalate. Thank you for joining us for the debut of our second in our 4-part series block of programming on EIDL Loans Daily, Jovitalate. Please hit that bell on the front of this channel when scarves go on sale at Ross for 2 for $1. Honey, I don't know. I've been on the phone with this Tier 2 waiting on hold for an hour. You go to Publix by yourself. This is Tier 2. How can I help you? Yes, hi. I'm a small business owner in Florida. I need your assistance on the EIDL. Oh, you're in Marco Rubio State. I'm so sorry. And how soon will I get the money under the new EIDL process? It depends, sir. Some nights when telenovelas are on, we just don't get to any of your loans. I need my money to save my business. Do you have a soul there at SBA? Sir, my name is not Paul. My name is Blaine, and my customer ID number is 666. Thank you for calling Tier 2. Lalate, I love this music. It's for stimulus check of 2021 update. And, I can just say this and just sort of dance. There's no pairs on the screen, but I just love this music, Lalate. What is this called? I just love this. It's sort of like flamenco meets, Julio Iglesias. I just love it. It's Mother's Day. Well, no, tomorrow's Mother's Day, LA. And I'm just so excited that it's Mother's Day. Because I'm launching my own crypto. Now that Loin coin has gone nowhere because that's Sirloin, it don't work. And Dogecoin has not gone to the moon. It is time to launch the Jovitalate coin of the moment. It's on the blockchain, or it's on the scarf chain somewhere. It is going to be called Coinita. Coinita. We need it. We have carnitas. Now we can have coinitas. Have your carnitas with a coinita. It's very catchy. It's like a meme. It's delicious. Just have it with some hot sauce on the side. I don't know. It's I'm not very goofy about it. Yeah, I'm very goofy about it. It's the Little Mermaid just doesn't appeal to me. It doesn't appeal to you. Why does the Little Mermaid not appeal to you? I'm still looking for Shamu. It's not Shamu. It's Nemo. Oh, Nemo. I'm still looking for Nemo. I'm still looking for Nemo, and I can't find him. And I air tagged him. I can't find Nemo. You air tagged Nemo. Where did you meet Nemo? I met him through the Little Mermaid, and she said, "Here's Nemo." And I said, "Oh, nice to meet you, Nemo. Let's air tag each other so we don't miss, so we stay in touch." And then I lost him. I lost Nemo, and he's not. I can't. The air tag is not working. Well, it's supposed to work. That's what air tag is supposed to do. No, he's outside the range. I know what you're thinking. Yeah, he's outside the range. And did have you explored a range of other possibilities? No, I've not. And it was a teal air tag. It was a teal air tag. So you've never found Nemo ever since? No, I've never found Nemo ever since. Where do you think Nemo may be? Mitch's Lobster Fest? Oh no, don't say that. You don't want Mitch to eat Nemo. No, not that's not what I mean. I mean, he loves to hang out with the lobsters. But maybe Mitt Romney wrote a bill for him. Mitt Romney has a bill for something that always, every day. There's always a Mitt Romney bill for something. There is. So I'm sure there's a Nemo Romney bill out there. Rom-Nemo bill. Rob Nemo bill. That's sort of like that's sort of like J-Lo getting back with Ben Affleck. Yeah, Benifer. First there's Benifer, and then there's Romnino. Romneo. Oh, I like that. Romneo or no Mimo. Maybe he's Romeo with Romeoing. He's roaming with the president through all those rooms of the White House, and he's asking for Romney to roam with him to find Nemo. There we go. So do you think Disney's earnings will suffer on Thursday because no one found Nemo? Yes, until they find Nemo, Disney's earnings will be down because they need to find that darn little fish. We have been looking for him for too many years. Finding Nemo #1, finding Nemo #2, finding Nemo 3. I mean, he keeps on getting lost. Why does he keep on getting lost? Is he just wandering through rooms in the White House? They can't find him. It's like the president. He's wandering from this room to the next room. They can't find him. It's sort of like Mitch McConnell looking for stimulus checks. I can't find it. I don't want it. It's like trying to look for Liz Cheney supporters. You can't find them. And you are just going at it. Yes, it's just, it's like Jovitalate trying to find an extra scarf under the sales rack, underneath the storage bin, and she still can't find the last scarf. Nemo, where are you? I appeal to you. If you're watching Nemo, this is Sirloin. Oh, you have a message for him? Yes, I'm going to give him a message. Nemo, this is your friend Sirloin. I've been looking for you since 2008, since the first Finding Nemo. I can't find you. So if you're watching, please reach out to me. This is Sirloin. You can find me at the casino, walk in, air tag me, throw a meatless taco at the first person you see, valet park the Evia electronic Cadillac, and please don't show up with Nancy because they won't let her in. So if you come in, I really miss you, Nemo, and hopefully you bring some good corporate earnings. Well, that's very kind. I really appreciate that. Maybe someone will find him. Yes, if he's not there, then he's on the back of my milk crate somewhere. So, yes, we'll watch those milk cartons. So this coming week, there's going to be a lot of details, and I'm just excited for you. Are you going to be back tomorrow for Mother's? Are you going to be back tomorrow for Mother's Day to be with me? I will. I will record with you. I think. Well, I hope. You don't know. I don't know. And so with that, thank you for tuning in tonight for LA Late Night. If you've not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. And find Nemo. Drop in the comments if you last saw Nemo anywhere. Okay, drop in the comments if you last know the coordinates of where you... Drop in the comments where you last saw Nemo. Because Sirloin is asking. He's very serious about it. He wants to know if anyone has seen Nemo. And so if you have, then certainly tell him. And consider liking this video. And if you've not become a member, consider becoming a member. Because he's a union guy. I'm not a union guy, and we're not unionized this channel. And with that, to all of you that have hoped for Doge to go to $1, well, I hope your wishes are fulfilled. I hope you have a beautiful Mother's Day. I hope that Jovitalate gets her coinitas ready with the carnitas. Stay informed, stay focused. Have a beautiful Saturday evening. Stay informed, stay focused, and always stay here. I'll see you tomorrow morning as early mornings LA East. Hey everybody, it's Lalate. Hope you are good and safe. I have been hospitalized. I remain hospitalized. So for obvious reasons, I'm not able to get onto set to record a new YouTube video. I will be returning at some point, and I will be back on set and returning to new programming. I want to thank you for all your incredible comments in recent days. I especially want to thank Dreamweaver, Anne, Yaya, and others who have been very, very kind. To the extent that I can, I'll continue to post updates like this on social media platforms like Instagram and Twitter. Please use this as an opportunity to build your bond with the Purple Power family even stronger, and rely upon one another with the hashtag LALate. So in the event that you miss a posting on one of the platforms like Instagram and you're on Twitter, to get the update from another viewer. Continue to advocate, continue to make phone calls, and I will continue to give you updates shortly. I will see you soon, and again, thank you for your love and prayers. In Washington, a House committee gives a blowout of Steve Mnuchin. And in San Francisco, a salon gives a blowout of Nancy Pelosi. Nancy Pelosi apparently got wavy hair. That way she can wave us goodbye as she retires from the House. Just like her bailouts of her states, Nancy's hair needed to dye. Pelosi apparently added some red highlights to her hairstyle. Ironic she wouldn't do that with her second stimulus package. Finally, good news today. Nancy Pelosi will no longer be backing bailouts of states in her second stimulus package. That is, unless they're open hair salons after 4 p.m. on weekdays. Temple of Doom speaks out about the Republican bill being debuted next week. Says a lot of things are going to be left out. State and local, no money for that. And she says when you look at it next week, there's going to be a lot of bald spots. I wonder if that's what her hairdresser said today as well. Nancy Pelosi says that hair salon set her up. She said she went in to ask to look like Bo Derek, and they made her look bad. She ended up looking like Nancy Pelosi. That Steve Mnuchin and Nancy Pelosi yesterday reached that silent meeting. I'm still calling it a silent meeting. It's like pantomimes were doing the meeting. Imagine Steve Mnuchin and Nancy Pelosi doing a pantomime meeting on your stimulus check. That would be the pantomime silent meeting. And stop calling it silent meeting. It's secret meeting. Secret meeting, not silent meeting. Lori Toller, as always, thank you for all this hard work. You help the people on here. Really hate that you're so far from West Virginia. I would love to meet you. You're truly a good and kind person. Oh, and P.S., you also have nice shirts. Bless you, your brother. You're now empowering your followers and get them all. It is owed your positive voice and charismatic good looks. Cheers and semper fidelis. United States Marine Corps credo, which always means faithful. Well, salute to you. Thank you for your kind remarks, really. Paul Ryan, love the trucker story. I'm as well a trucker, Paul Ryan, in the transportation industry, and I'm still hoping to get the grants and the loans after being denied the 330 Vortex. Here we go. This is another viewer, just like yesterday's, that won that $95,000 loan. This viewer has gotten still nothing. Same industry, same struggle. Stay with it, Paul. I'm here for you. Giovanni Nichols and Charles. I applied in March 30th. Haven't heard anything to April 16th. Then the funds had run out, replenished. I contacted my senator. I have not received any assistance. I need the funds for my employees and have been talking of suicide. I need the funds for my employees are having talks of suicide. I need help, and I fear that I'll be filing for bankruptcy. 23 years of my business, and because of my credit score is 523, I'm going to lose 2 decades of my life. I did not invest in China. I did not sponsor the coronavirus. Why do I have to pay for it? First of all, death is not an answer. This is the first comment like that. So I'm trying to hold it together after breaking down last night. I'm not going to break down again. Whether it's your employees considering suicide or yourself is absolutely not a solution. I want you to please drop in the comments of this video, tell me your entire strife. You applied on the 16th. I don't know anything else. Your score is 523. They said that the application was duplicate. I was told I was declined and I would not be receiving the grant. I applied for reconsideration. I was told my application for reconsideration was denied. Charles, you are entitled to grant money even if you were denied a loan and the reconsideration was denied. You need to write them back and say, I'm entitled to my grant money. This is horrific. Moreover, you may qualify for PUA, so I want you to watch my PUA videos. Please tell me what happens after you watch this video and you follow and you send them another letter. 4G tomorrow. Then let me end with this. This is an entire, I'm not going to read the whole thing, but it is heartwarming. From Alan Beamer. It's an incredible message of the heroics of viewers of this channel to get through this mess and come out on top. Please stay and listen with this. It is wonderful. Hey, Lalate, I appreciate the continual updates. I've been watching for 3 weeks. I was a April 7th vortex. Yes, that's a vortex. I absolutely checked the $10,000 box. I'm pretty sure he thought he was going to be forgotten. He went on and he gave up. And he gave up. Called back, if nothing, in 2 weeks. Okay, sign. Out of nowhere, after weeks of sort of giving up on the EIDL process, then Thursday I received my portal invite. They wanted to confirm my identity and bank info for the loan amount. He opens it up, $96,600. Wow. I was godsmacked. I didn't even expect anything like this. So here I am at 5 a.m. I can't sleep, and I see SBA has accepted everything. All I have to do is sign. So I did. Big sigh. They accepted his $96,000 loan offer. By the way, my credit was in the high 500s when I began 2 months ago. Watching you made me realize the SBA was using credit scores, so I managed to take care of any credit pulls so far either. He worked on his credit pulls while SBA was sitting on his application because he saw on this channel that the credit number may make or break his loan approval. I had to I took care of it. So having been in business 50 or 70 years or more, small independent types like me have been a dying breed anyway. We don't want to click our heels and salute and march just because DOT and government says so. So even a few years from now, even if we do not go back to normal, I will be very, very grateful for this help and assistance. It's really wonderful. My truck, like me, is old and in need of replacement. I belly dumped it, even though the season began in March. No one called me up this year. People have always gone wanting their stuff, and truckers bring it in. But the dynamics of the industry have always been changing. This virus pushed this to high gear. If you got it, a trucker brought it. Thank you for your channel, Greenful. I've been watching. Well, update if needed. God bless and keep you good work. Oh, boy. Sorry to get emotional on you, but boy, that is an incredible message. This is someone who absolutely gave up. We've had viewers, and there's Liz Smith I have to get to as well. There are viewers who gave up, and there are viewers who held on, and he gave up. He did not think it was coming. I want to say that Alan's remarks are just heartfelt. There are 2 other viewers who in the last 24 hours posted messages that but for this channel, their businesses would have been lost. And these aren't businesses just started yesterday. And because of this channel, they got the funds and their businesses are saved. It is that enormous spirit of camaraderie and viewership that viewers of this channel have stood by and helped one another, because ultimately my understanding has come from you, the viewers, and you have helped one another. And as a group, we have done something truly remarkable. We're not done. We're still progressing forward. Next week, sports opens, so I hope you stay with this channel as its subject matter expands. And thanks for staying with Lalate, and stay with us for more. And there you go. That was the 2-year anniversary special there for you. What goes on for making Lalate behind the scenes? Well, in this video today, we're going to go over what took the internet by storm and what it takes to produce Lalate on a regular basis. And we're joined by someone. Did he eat the hedge behind me? Good evening. How are you, sir? Good to see you. You know, it's a wonderful day to see you. Do you see him? Do you see him? Is he there? There he is. It's Sirloin. How are you? Oh, good to see you. Good to see you. Yeah, where are we? We are outside. Yes, we are outside. This is the original Lalate set. Oh, well, thank you. I see some greenery for me to eat. No, please don't eat the set. Is this a set? Well, you know, it was the set. And, you know, for today, for the anniversary special, we're back on the set. How you been? Good? Good. The hedge needs to be a little bit more teal. Yeah, it does need a range of colors. It does need a range of colors. So, what are you doing today? Well, I'm showing viewers how the earliest videos of this channel were recorded, and they were recorded outside. And, you know, I usually had something to manipulate the sun at the time. I don't have it at the moment because, you know, you ate it. I did not eat it. Yeah, you did eat. Oh, I did. Okay, I did eat. So, you know, we also talked about how it was difficult sometimes in those earliest days to record the videos because they would be early in the morning, then late in the afternoon, and then the evening, and the sun would move, you know, because we're here in the Southern California, so on the West Coast, and the sun would rise in the east and then come over behind me by the time I recorded evenings. And sometimes I look like the devil incarnate in some of those earliest videos. And I remember we had power outages once I recorded in the middle of darkness. That was funny. Just people remember that? Yeah, we recorded in the middle of the darkness outside. We had strange sounds outside, which made it all interesting. Clearly, it's just handheld at the moment, but in those earliest days, people did not realize that those videos were recorded on top of Walmart boxes. Yeah, they were literally recorded on top of Walmart boxes. No tripod, no anything. No production value whatsoever, but it worked. And that was what was delivered at the time. And now that, you know, everything is indoors, it's a more controlled environment, so it gives you better audio, better video, better light, and you're not exposed to the elements. It's very hot today in Southern California. But it was fun, and I think we'll be going back outside. Oh, really? Yeah, I think we'll be going back outside. I think we'll be going back outside. We'll be doing both inside and outside. Oh, wow. So can I eat? No, you cannot eat the set if we go outside. Can I eat on air? No, we're not live eating. This is not the food channel. But, you know, it was fun being outside. And the lighting would, you know, do dramatic things. The very first videos, I wore this shirt. And believe it or not, the shirt was sort of important to the show's success. I don't know why. This was one of the early shirts I wore, and I just wore it because I thought it black worked exteriorly, so it reflected the light. It absorbed the light, so it made me look better on camera. You saw the shots in Hermosa Beach where we're also with this black shirt. But then, I think maybe 2 or 3 weeks into it, I wore that purple button-down shirt, and it just also changed. It also changed. People asked to buy the shirt. They said, "Where's that shirt from?" And then I had a brown button-down shirt because a lot of people thought it was purple. And suddenly they just saw a lot of purple. And they like, wait a second, I really like that look. And that sort of continued sort of the narrative of what became, people call me Mr. Purple. And then I said, you have the purple power. And it also came from that shirt. I really do think that a lot of the success of the channel came from wearing that first shirt. I thought it was going to be this shirt. I was wrong. And so by wearing that first purple shirt, it sort of took up the look of the show. Clearly, when I first recorded the first video, people just thought this is so strange. I mean, exterior, no one was on exteriors. No one had lighting. So you already see some of the light coming in above my forehead here. So it was always sort of difficult. It was a lot of fun recording outside, but of course you had all the elements. You could get beaten up by the bugs. You could have the wind. You didn't have rain because it never rains in California. But you could have elements where, you know, the set would be in trouble overnight. So it made it very interesting. And then you had all the, you know, the elements of what's going around to you. You know, I think in those earliest days, one of the things that you could see my hand in the upper right left corner because my arm's a little stiff, so I'm hand holding. I didn't even bring out any sort of tripod or anything to hold this, but I'm hand holding it. In those earliest days, there were certain things that worked and certain things that I knew was going to work. And how did that happen? One of the things I could teach you best for business, because I had a lot of business show videos in those early days, I'll tell you right now, is don't tell people how you do stuff. So I'm not going to tell you how I'm doing stuff either. Don't tell people how you do stuff. There were a lot of, you know, the purpose of YouTube is to explain things. But in explaining things, a lot of channels will explain how they're doing things. They explain how YouTube works and how everything works, technically works, content-wise, and I just stalk them. I just stalk them. I just say, oh, well, thank you for all that information. I'm taking notes. I'm taking notes, and then I'm going to do it better than you do. And that's what I did. People basically were explaining their business and how it works, and then a competitor comes along and figures it out and puts it together better than how they do. And then I compare the notes of 50 different places. And I'm like, oh, you're just all doing it wrong. I'm going to do it this way. And I'm not going to tell you how I did it. I'm not going to tell you technically how I did it. I'm going to tell you functionally how I did it, content-wise. And I think you sort of need to do that in your own life. I think as a community, I try to show you how to make yourself financially independent. But I think people still to this day think that they have to do financially the same thing as what their neighbor does. And they have to have the same financial information that the neighbor does. And you don't. And I think that's what separates this community, the Purple Power community, from everyone else. I think people sometimes are inherently jealous of you if you're a part of this community, and they're not. Because they're like, wait a second, I shouldn't have to do all this work. I should be able to get it. And I'm like, no, life's not that easy. Even if the video that aired on Evening to LA Tonight, you saw that people had real difficulty figuring out this week where this economy is going. And you can get really burnt. You're on the wrong side of the edge. I brought a lot of text on set. I used to print out the comments. I'd read through the comments. I really researched a lot. I researched a lot when delivering the videos. I researched a lot when delivering the comments. I loved reading people's comments on air. It was really a lot of fun. That's when there was no live chats. When this channel moved into live chats, people were not doing that. People are still not doing that. YouTube channels do not have live chats. I mean, they just don't. And I think some people don't realize the benefit that this channel brings you with every single video as a live chat. It really gives a lot of wonders of it. And people interpret that as though it should have a lot more. And when we moved to live chats, there's some parts I like, some parts I didn't like. I really liked it the posted comments and reading the questions on air. But they got very repetitive. There was one point in which every single third question was, when is SS300 happening? I was just like, oh Lord, that question is really growing. And you can see how I'm squinting. So that was sort of one of the elements when you're outside. When the sun moves, sometimes you're squinting. I don't have an overhang right now, but the lighting is always better outside. I don't have the ear pods in, so I don't have the audio dynamic that I had in those. I do have the ear pods, but I just don't have them in at the moment. And when you go to that live chat, you really do have that interactivity. One of the interesting things I've heard from viewers in the last 2 weeks is they say they were viewers early on, but they didn't comment. They were shy. Wow. And then like now they do comment because they're no longer shy. I think that's wonderful. Sort of the channel brought out their insecurities and their shyness and eradicated them, and now they feel happy to interact with other people. I think that's wonderful of what as a community it developed into. There was a lot of unusual times. You saw earlier in the video where I was standing here and I was passed a note and it said the looters are coming. The looters are coming, they're going to burn everything down. Yeah, burn everything down. Those riots of Los Angeles in May 2020 were very scary. They were very scary. They were very close. You didn't know where they're coming. They were coming very quickly. And my tear on my face, I don't think you'll ever see tear like that again on my face unless Sirloin tries to eat me. I'm not going to eat you. And why have I not been featured in this video? I forgot you're here. You just forgot I'm here. No, I thought you were going to just, eat the hedge because I haven't trimmed the garden today. What am I, working all the time? You're just always working all the time. And to think that I wore scars outside. Yes, that was really not funny. You should have featured me early in this videos. Yeah, it's very strange, like later now, that people just do not remember Blaine66. It's just very strange. It's because he's not funny. He is funny. He's very, very funny. I enjoy Blaine66 very much, so thank you. No, this is not funny. Yeah, I'm trying to think of when you came around. When did Sirloin come around? I think I had already been inside by the time Sirloin came. Yes. Jovitalate had gone away. She had retired to another scarfdom. yeah, she had gone away. And personalities had stepped aside. Why was I not featured in many months? Oh, so a lot of people asked me about that. Whatever happened to Sirloin? Because we had Calcino. If you do not remember, if you're new to this channel, so we had a lot of personalities on this channel early on. We had Jovitalate was the very first one, and then we brought Blaine66 in with a show called Tier 2, and that was a major hit. That was a massive hit. It was a lot funnier, and it was sort of an offset. And initially, the concept was that Blaine66 was working as SBA at Tier 2, which was actually a department that fields your phone calls about the EID loan and grant. Then he moved on to work for Mitch McCullough's department at Tier 2. We brought in Sirloin. I don't know why Sirloin came. I just sort of pushed my way in. Yeah, you just sort of pushed your way into the show, didn't you? Yeah, I just sort of came in late in the saga. But what happened in late December? Yeah, so in late December we had Calcino, which is, I thought it was brilliant. I thought it was a brilliant idea for a show. Sirloin, Jovitalate, and Blaine66 all in the same show. I thought it was stupid. Why do you think it should have just been me? The little ego there. Yeah, it should have just been me. No, I thought it was brilliant. It was the three of them. And then I got hospitalized. Yes, I saw that. I got hospitalized, and people did not really grasp it, but I had, after the hospitalization, I had problems with the lower tones of my voice. And I think you may have seen them in the earliest videos of January. I couldn't hit those lower voices like mine. Yeah, I couldn't hit your type of voice. Oh, a cow just always has a beautiful voice. Yeah, you do have a beautiful voice. Yeah, but you couldn't say my voice. No, so I had problems doing your voice. And that's why I thought, I don't know if I'll ever be able to do it. Yes, so you can do my voice. Yeah, I can do your voice. So why am I not the star of the show? Because I'm trying to buy time on this. No, you're not going to work anymore. So that's why Sirloin. I couldn't do him for a few months because I couldn't hit the lower tones. Clearly, I can now. It took a lot of training. I appreciate the person who helped me train to get those lower tones. I actually showed her the videos. I said, this is how low I want to go, and didn't mention Sirloin. You didn't mention me? No, but you were my inspiration. Well, thank you. I really appreciate that. And that is what happened. And it's sort of hard looking at those Christmas shows. We had some beautiful footage. I remember the Christmas Eve Instagram post was just gorgeous, just really beautiful. If you remember, it was. I liked it because I don't think we've ever really done it before, and I think we hope we do it again. It was a mixture of both video footage, animation footage, and photography footage. And so when you looked at it together, it looked very, very fanciful, like a fantasy. It was really quite beautiful. It sounds beautiful. It sounds better than the colorway. Yeah, it was really quite wonderful. Oh, teal? No, there's no teal on it. Did you air tag any? I did not air tag her. Mila Stucco? No, I did not. It's no Mila Stucco. Did you find Nemo? No, I did not find Nemo. He was not the purpose of the video. But it was really quite wonderful. And then I got sick right after that. So it was sort of hard watching how something so beautiful and then something's come thereafter. A lot of changes over time. You know, it was early, earliest days. I think one of the things I'm proud about, and people just don't really realize, is that when I was outside, we had I think a 3 o'clock, a 3:30, a 4, a 4:30, and a 5 o'clock show. And I think the 4:30, maybe it was a 5 o'clock show, one of the last shows of that run was Rent. It was such a bomb. Worse than Jovitalate? No, she was not a bomb. It was such a bomb. No one watched the show, but I thought I had to air the show because it's so important. If a lot of people did not want to know about Rent, well, I'm going to make it for one person. It was so important, and it stayed with topic. Eventually, we kept on advocating for eviction moratorium, and we got it. Even though Trump messed it up at first, we got it. And that was one of the shows I was very proud that I made it. And a lot of people always say, you do this for that. Well, just watch the Rent shows. No one watched them, and I made them because I thought it was very important that you have that video. It's surprising that we had, at one time, we had 3 EIDL loan and grant shows per day. I mean, it was a lot. And I was very proud of when the successes started ramping up for those EIDL loans and grants getting approved. In watching the anniversary special, one of the things that jumps out is the ability to push. And I have no problem calling people lazy right now. I have no problem calling people lazy. If they make one phone call and they stop. I mean, to think that I used to get people to make 15 phone calls in 2 days for their EIDL grants and loans, and now people make one phone call and they say they're done. I have no problem calling people lazy. That's tough love. That's what love is about. You tell people, you call them out when they are lazy. If you want to make one phone call and you're tired, then move on. But I think the next year is going to be a lot of fun. Outside? Yeah, outside. Jovitalate? Well, yeah, maybe. Oh, I hope not. We're going to have a lot of fun. So, Sirloin, I really appreciate you joining me. I really do, too. And happy anniversary to you. Happy anniversary to you, to Sirloin. And let's enjoy a great another year as well. To all the viewers, to all the kindness, to all the hearts, thank you and God bless. Have a beautiful afternoon. Maybe the celebrations will continue tomorrow as well. Stay informed, stay focused, have a beautiful day, and stay with LA for more. And there you go. That was the 2-year anniversary. Outside, inside, talking cow, scarf a lady, chicken wing or rib eating tier 2 representative. We got it all on this channel. We literally had it all. There were so many highs. There were so many out of the ballpark. So there were so many surprises. There were a lot of things that surprised me along the way. You know, one of the big surprises was that 28. I think 28 was a programming subscribe. You know, let's talk about programming. No one ever thought of doing programming, certainly on YouTube. No one, I don't think, ever has done YouTube programming, which is giving people time slots. This is the time slot for this show, and 28 was a real out of the ballpark winner. We had done, I think that one of the earliest shows of this channel was afternoons and then evenings, then mornings. But I understood there was a big gap, and Donald Trump got COVID. He got COVID, and I remember the first recording. The president has COVID, and he has to quarantine for 28 days. That was the title of the show. He quarantined for 28 seconds. But there's still the show went on. And then it became 28 days. Then it became how many days to the election, which I think was like 42 or something. So the show changed from 28 to 42. Then it became noontime, and then it became home, and then back and forth from home to noon. And it showed you that you can do a lot of stuff. People always said, why? Why? And if people tell you why, it means it's working. Why is there a person wearing scarves? Why do we have laughs? Why do we have humor? Why do we have fancy fashion music in a finance show video? Why and why and why do we have this? And I said, because I want it. Because I want it. If you have a good sense of what you like, then run with it. If you're having fun, then the viewers will have fun. And if they're not having fun, they'll tell you. And they have fun. So I thought, okay, stay with it. And along the ways, I always thought it was hysterical that I had to tell people during Sirloin or the other humor videos, this is a humor-only video. I thought it was ridiculous I had to say that, but I had to. Because people said, just where's my check landing in my bank account? Oh, you're just so miserable. Do you ever laugh? And then there's some people like, can you have more laughing videos? Can you have more humor videos? And you know, it's sort of a balance. I know that one viewer the other day said, why are there no mangoes on home anymore? You know who he is. He said, why are there no mangoes on home LA at noontime? And no Brussels sprouts or sugar-free chocolate cake recipes. Yeah, they'll be coming back. Just give it time. You know, to think that we went from sugar-free chocolate cakes to talking cows to, you know, how to take a front. Remember how I took a front on and I made a decorative item? That was one of the first shows, because after we're done with Trump and COVID, and after we're done with Trump losing the elections, then we had to have something for that 11 o'clock time slot. And I found a fronton, which is a part of the palm tree, on the street, and I took it and I put it on set. You saw that set outside, how tight and cramped it was. It's even cramped more than this one. And I said, here's a fronton. Let's make a dining room decoration out of it. That was the birth of home. That was the birth of home LA. You know, there was a lot of things that were here and then gone. Sometimes I sort of miss some of the things. Remember Mr. Corn? I used to love Mr. Corn. Mr. Corn was behind me on Early Mornings LA. I said, hello, Mr. Corn. It was just sort of a picture of corn behind me. I said, hello, Mr. Corn. And Early Mornings LA was a lot of fun. At the time, I can't imagine. I mean, just, you know, people say you work too hard, but I used to record 2 Early Mornings LAs. So I'd record the entire schedule of the day, then record 2 more Early Mornings LAs for the next day. I think people realize, initially people thought that I really was up at 1 o'clock in the morning recording the show. You know, I think people now have realized that I'm not actually awake at 1 o'clock when you're watching Early Mornings LA. You know, I think they've now figured that out. But initially they thought, my goodness, he got up at 1 o'clock in the morning to record a video for me. Very kind of him. Yeah, but Early Mornings LA was a lot of fun. And there were some shows that just, I think most every show worked, but a few shows didn't work. The Lone Guy. I think to this day, The Lone Guy is the show that people just like, what is he doing? And everyone always look at the video and says, look at his eyeballs, look at his hair, look at his skin. I'm like, I was playing a part. And I was apparently playing it really good, because Lone Guys, you know, really sleazy Lone Guy has sort of a part. And I tried to play that part, and I bet I was a little too convincing on the part. We had Where in the World is Marco Rubio. That didn't work. I don't think people understood the concept of that video. Where in the world is Marco Rubio? And it just, yeah, that sort of died really quickly. It was just like one day and then it was gone. And then, you know, other times I thought, is this really popular? Why? Why is it so popular? I do think that I'm still surprised that Sirloin was so popular. I'm still surprised that that Jovitalate did not. Jovitalate got overwhelmed by Sirloin's popularity. She was sort of the patron saint. I mean, she really kicked it up. And then there's words. You know, I haven't talked about words in a while, but words sort of surprise me. Words, I know I talk different. Maybe, you know, maybe I'm very eloquent or I have an interesting accent based upon where you live, but people just found my words fascinating. And early on, the first one was bombshell. And I haven't said it in just years. Well, I just said it, but bombshell. And it just absolutely went out of the ballpark. Bombshell was an expression I used to say shocker, bombshell, where we found a reason why your EIDL grant was stalled up. Well, we found a reason why the EIDL loan was not moving along. Bombshell, surprise, here's the bombshell. And when I deliver that, people are like t-shirts, mugs, hats. I'm like, I'm not going to do that. That's tacky. I don't do tacky things like that. But we had a lot of great specials like that. Bombshell. Temple of Doom. Temple of Doom, I came up with that expression because I couldn't stand mention her name for a while. I really got so upset about it. I was upset at her. She wasn't getting it done with Steve Mnuchin. And I was just so upset. And there was also a time in which viewers were upset with her, so upset with her by late 2020 that if I said her name, I think people would just run off the channel. So I said Temple Doom, and it was a way to sort of make it sort of funny, but also avoid referring to her. And I never mentioned her by name for a very long time because some people were just really upset about the situation. There were a lot of stuff behind the scenes that you never saw. When Biden was elected, a lot of people wanted to write in the comments, not the president, not the president, not the president. I had to ban those words, believe it or no, believe it or so. It was sad. I gotta say, that was one of the sad moments. This channel, Purple, embodies nonpartisanship, red and blue, purple. And some people that really did not walk the talk, that talked the talk but did not walk the walk, they kicked out. They left as soon as Trump did not get reelected because they were not purple. They were really red. And they just were using purple for the purpose of being red. And then I think that we really became a better community when people realized, no. If you want to fake it, you can bake it, but not here. And to this day, we always are critical. You see me critical about Joe Biden every single hour, every single day. I'll be critical about whoever it is in office if something's not right. It's important to understand that I think the mindset of the channel has been very consistent because I kept it very consistent from day one. I did not know why the channel succeeded early on until viewers told me. They said, hey, you're giving me that motivation. Hey, you're giving me that positive spirit. You're giving me that encouragement. You gotta understand, it's a lot middle of the lockdown. There's no one there talking to people saying, you're gonna be okay. You're gonna be fine. You're gonna get through this okay. We're gonna get your money. Don't worry. Don't worry. Here's me and here's 20 other people watching the show with me. We're now your family. Then there's a 200, then there's 300, then there's 20,000. We're all part of the community. I don't think anyone expected that to happen. And that's where it is today. And if you watch a video today and there's 500 people in the live chat and 20 and 2 come in there and say, you're not getting anything. There's nothing in the state of despair. We all say, get out of here, because that's not what we do here. And that type of one bad apple can really ruin people's mindsets. And we sort of laugh it off. I think that's why we've been able to succeed as a family. I want to thank the volunteers for all your incredible service, the volunteers of current, the volunteers of the past. These are people who step forward on their own accord to help people in time of need. They come home at night from whatever they're doing and they help people. They all have their own individual individual economic, financial, medical problems, and yet they still help you. I want to thank the volunteers for the incredible service, past and present, over the years. I want to thank the viewers who have always reached out and helped other viewers throughout live chats. I want to thank the viewers who are new to this channel, who say, what is this? What is he doing there? But I like the plants. And then if you were someone that watched this channel the last 2 years, took a break, moved on, got out of COVID, back to work, have the job, you're fully employed, and you haven't been around a while, come back in, just say hi now and then. There's a lot of people I think about that I wonder about. There was a dragon named Lainey who used to watch me that unfortunately passed. And there's been some wonderful things and wonderful people. There was one person who struggled so dramatically early on for getting a lot of these items approved. And one of them was unemployment assistance. And he lived in his car because he understood he was going to win his fight for unemployment assistance. He won it. He got a lot. I think it was almost $20,000 to $30,000. But he struggled during that time. And he was one of the very first people who told me something to do with the channel. And it was because of him that this channel was able to survive. Because those first few months is very, very hard. So if you could be the inspiration for someone else, be it. And with that, God bless. Thank you for being part of my family. Thank you for making this a family. Thank you for inviting your friends over. Thank you for celebrating holidays with me. And thank you for celebrating good, bad, and worse. We'll have great times to come, and we're just getting started. From my family to your family, God bless. Have a beautiful day. We have a lot coming up. If there is a 2-year recession, it's going to be a very, very fascinating time, and it's going to be a very interesting time. And we'll modify, we'll get it, and we'll get through it together. Stay informed, stay focused, have a beautiful night, and stay throughout the evening as more program continues. Stay with Lalate.